Rise and shine, everybody. Rise and shine. I felt like I wanted to read a poem from my new book that I'm trying to start. It's called Mysteries from the Heart. I did my first book is called Affairs of the Heart. And I decided I need to get on my second one. So I want to read this poem called Insecurities that I wrote a while back when I was going through a phase, a time. I felt like yin and yang, light and dark, Satan and God, all of these things are talking to you about your higher and lower self, how to balance the kundalini and the third eye. You know what I'm saying? So through my darknesses, I learned to love my insecurities. I've learned to accept who I am and I used to look for acceptance outwards. Now I'm okay with just being me, accept my darkness, accept my insecurities just as much as I love my Christ consciousness or my God-like self, because I feel like I can be either or. I don't give I take responsibilities for my own actions, so to say. So I'm not going out here blaming something on Satan. I'm not going out here blaming something on God. Amber did that, I did that. I could have did this choice. I could have took my wheel and took this route. I could have been brave enough and did something else different from the outcome that I was, given in the past. But that's on me. So I like to take responsibility for my own actions, which is why I call myself my own God, because I can be that or I can be the negative aspect of myself. But that's my will and my choosing. But everybody has the insight to do either or. So I wrote this poem called Insecurities. Here it goes. Slithering in the temple of my domain, crawling in the pits of my pure selfishness, wandering in the mud of my own disgust, inhaling in the dirt of my uncanny filth. For these wounds I cannot heal, for time seems forever still. For these scars are the marks of my battered wrongdoings. For these tears I cannot judge sorrow inadvertently. For these bruises are swollen glands of my shortcomings. The confusion is surreal. The fear contemplates the feel, dissolving the last of what is real. The bondage has enslaved my will. The consumption of my construction is the weave in which I tangled. While the misconception of the misdemeanor at fault is the upholstery that keeps me steady and always ill. I felt this way before, inflicted pain that I had no choice but to endure. I was lost in second-guessing all, a mental block that proved I was insecure. Beneath the surface of my identity, beneath the realm of what you and I see, the torture I led myself to believe in some way shapes and molds me, realizing my own objectivity and personality. Deep in the underlining of my visual preference is the propensity. Or deep in the underlining of my visual preference and propensity lies the depraved, bureaucratic, frivolous, and justifiable insecurities, which have made me entrust in the authenticity of what most seldom to believe. My insecurities are the pendulum to my productivity. Let me say that one more time. My insecurities are the pendulum to my productivity. The stress that divides my passionate talents and genius, you see. When torn between two elements of a factor, note, diligence and persistence is the power to counteract the factoid of a factor. So I let the faint-hearted hate on my insecurities. Without them, I would have lived life sophomorically. With that being said, I govern and become the wiser me. Thanks to my insecurities. Be blessed, y'all.